Hey, this is Writers Row. I'm DC Wright-Hammer. I'm excited to be part of an interesting experiment on Writers Row and basically try to make editing informative, educational, hopefully a bit entertaining, and ultimately you have an opportunity to learn a lot and possibly even win some help with critiquing and getting your manuscript in the best possible shape. And with that, I will let the pro editors that I'm going to be working with on this project introduce themselves and the video series contests that will be coming.
Hi, my name is Meg Trast. I am the author of Write That Book You Keep Talking About, How to Stop Planning and Start Drafting, but I am first and foremost a developmental story editor. I specialize in science fiction and fantasy, and I help new writers learn how to complete their first draft, as well as how to perfect their story arcs and their character arcs.
I am CD Tavener. I've been an editor for 1.5 years, and not a single client has said that I did a bad job. They've all said that I've actually criminally undercharged myself. Meg and I have known each other for about 1.5 years now, a little more than that, and we've edited each other's work. We've referred each other clients. We thought, okay, so we're going to work together, be editors together, editing under the same brand name, giving people 2 services for a combined price. We've got a lot of really cool options available, and we're like, okay, so what's a fun way that we can launch all of this? And we're like, you know what?
CD and I are putting together a contest, sort of an event. We are going to be doing some live edits on YouTube, taking content that you, the author, have written, and we'll be making changes to it in our respective mediums, myself as a developmental editor and CD as a copy editor. And we'll be going over not only those changes, but why we are making or suggesting them.
And we decided, you know, what's better than 1 editor? Well, 2 editors working together. 1 + 1 = 3. I'm a lawyer, not very good at math.
What we're doing is inviting you, the author, to submit pieces to Writers Row, and what we will do is go through them, we'll pick a few, and we'll do some edits of them. And as we do so, we'll shoot some videos and talk about what we're doing, and we're going to be dropping some hints. You see, CD and I are putting together a big grand finale prize. So CD and I are offering a dual evaluation of a full manuscript. And what that means is he and I both will look at your manuscript, read it from front to back, and then offer feedback on it. It's not quite as in-depth as an actual developmental edit, and it's not quite as surface as a beta read, being that we're not beta readers, we are editors, and we'll be looking at it from an editor standpoint rather than an audience standpoint, and offering feedback based on that.
So that brings us to who can win and how. Submit 500 words of a manuscript to us that you want edited, and we will select from the samples that have been submitted. And at this point, we've received already 5 or 6 samples, so we're already on our way. There's a few possible winners that if we edit yours, then one of those we will select to receive a free manuscript critique. It's really, we'll probably choose based on the story that's most interesting to both of us, and then whoever gets that free manuscript critique will then we will read their entire manuscript and give them an assessment of it. And then, so that's the one way to win. You submit your sample, and then it gets selected by us. And the second way to win is what I said earlier, the contest. There will be some clues sprinkled throughout the live editing sessions and the recorded sessions that if you can figure out what we are going for, what we're trying to get you to figure out, and it's going to be something editing related, then you will also get a manuscript critique for free. And that will be just, it doesn't matter, we may hate the story, we may not be interested in it at all, but if you get it right, then we will read your book and do our best as editors to assess it.
You can get that for free if you watch Writers Row. We will be dropping hints throughout the series that is coming up that I'm sure DC will tell you a little bit more about.
When is this happening? Well, so the submission window is for the next week or so. It'll be open, and then once we close that submission window over the course of the first few weeks of May, we'll be releasing the editing videos with DC Wright-Hammer, and we'll have a live stream.
In our last episode, we will in fact be live streaming an edit, and we'll be taking your submissions at that point, as well as giving you the final clues. And whoever gets the first big answer for the clues we've been dropping, the hints we've been dropping, will win the developmental edit.
Make sure you're subscribed to Writers Row and hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos in this series, and you definitely don't want to miss the live event. So there you have it. We're going to be doing a video series of editing where you can learn a lot, have an opportunity to ask questions in the comments, and learn more about the editing that CD and Meg bring to the table. And if you follow the clues and the hints that are throughout the video series and tune into the live event at the end, you do have an opportunity to win that manuscript critique, give you some pointers on which directions that these editors think that it needs to go, and ultimately put you in a better position if you want to self-publish, if you want to traditionally publish, whatever your goals are. I want to thank CD and Meg for having Writers Row in mind for this little project, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see if we can make editing somewhat exciting, informational, and entertaining. So appreciate everybody watching this video, and I hope you all tune into the series. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So take care, and I'll catch you next time.